quite a few people writing with similar questions. And essentially, they are telling me that these are people who are saying that they have a carte de séjour for France, which is a residency card for France. However, they don't live in France, and they are in fact tax resident in another country, for example, the UK or the US, where they pay their taxes. And they're property owners in France. So I'm assuming that they've applied for this carte de séjour in order to be able to enjoy their second home with no restrictions on traveling. Now that the new property tax declarations have been released, they're worried that they're going to get into trouble if they declare their home as a permanent residence, as they should be filing a French tax return. On the other hand, if they declare it as a second home, then they're worried that they will lose their carte de séjour.
Yes.
Now, I think I know what you might say on this, but what would your advice be to somebody in this situation?
Yes, yes. The carte de séjour for someone living abroad, having a carte de séjour is not normal, you know. Of course, it is easier, so you don't have to ask for a visa or to do it. It is easier for you to travel into France and to stay as long as you want. But it means carte de séjour, meaning that you are sojourning in France. It is your place of living. You cannot have the carte de séjour and not be tax resident. So now, you know, all those things, you know, I put into place just to find out if everybody is conducting him or himself properly. Of course, if you declare it as as a second home occupancy, that is another story, because even the taxe d'habitation is not the same amount if it is your second home or if it is the first home, your main residency. So, of course, this will be uncomfortable for those people who have the carte de séjour but are not living in France. If you have a carte de séjour, normally you are a tax resident in France. That is why they have issued you this card. I understand why some people don't have it, but you know, now with all those things, you know, they are trying to, you know, to cross-check everything and to be sure that everybody is playing, you know, about the rules, you know.
Yeah, and this is something that did also come up in our visa and residency webinar that we did a little while ago. And we had the same response that, yes, if you are applying for carte de séjour, then you are declaring that you are a resident in France with all the legal requirements that go along with that, including paying taxes and filing a tax return.
Filing a tax return on worldwide income when you have already, you see?
Yeah, it's a complicated thing. So, yeah, I think the advice would be to anybody who is in that situation is to rectify that and, you know, make a decision on where you are living and where you are going to reside and pay your taxes and follow the rules according to both countries. Otherwise, you could be getting yourself into more trouble than it's worth.
Yes, absolutely.